regards to the Diddy story, the cases, whatever's going on. You know, your older brother.
Yeah.
How do y'all handle that conversation in regards to just his name being in the mix with all that? Do you talk to him about it, or is it more so, does your sister talk? Does your mom talk?
To me, it goes back to the age difference. My mom will call your brother. I'm like, why? Why? He's not gonna listen to what I say. I'm the little baby brother in his eyes. I could be 37, 47, or 57. I'm still the little baby brother. That's just kind of how my family is. Just keeping it a buck. Even though my mom wants, oh, y'all should be, oh, why don't you call him? Why? People don't understand this. It's kind of like when women ask their men, how is so-and-so? And we go, oh, he's fine. No, but what happened with the scandal and blah, 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 blah? No, he's not happy.
Back in March, Cuba was embroiled in another scandal. He was named as a co-defendant, accused of one of the many lawsuits against Diddy. Cuba has vehemently denied the allegation.
After Cuba, Gooding Jr. found himself entangled in Diddy's lawsuit. His brother, Omar Gooding, is finally speaking out, and what he's revealing is downright chilling. In a recent interview, Omar hinted at the disturbing experiences Cuba allegedly endured because of Diddy. Was he forced into situations beyond his control? Omar began by praising Cuba's passion for acting, calling it his true calling, but then suggested that his rise to fame might have also marked the beginning of his downfall. What really happened behind the scenes?
This is the part where we bring in Cuba. And with Cuba and his acting roles. Well, first of all, do you ever get mistaken for Cuba, your brother?
Ignorantly, but yeah. Yeah. But I mean, in the sense where they say the wrong name.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll be like, oh my. Glad I stopped myself. That was funny. I hope I remember what I was going to say. I'm going to say that on stage later and get paid for it. But no, I'll be like, oh, I love you. Yeah, oh man, say your famous line. Oh, which one? Like unstable creature? No, show me the money. I'm like, wrong brother. Wrong brother.
How many times have people put Junior on you?
Oh, sweet God. At least I know why. Like, I get the thinking. Every time I try to, like I said, think about how people around you think. Well, this guy's name is Sammy Davis Jr. His brother's name is Tom. Oh, that's Tom Davis Jr. Like, oh. But I get how you would think that might be the case. But that's not how it works.
What is
I say black people, but it's true. Only black people get it wrong. There's not one white person that's like, hey, it's Omar Gooding Jr. Not one.
What is your favorite?
It's the truth.
What is your favorite Cuba movie? Your personal?
Me? Gladiator.
Oh yeah, man. Classic.
Oh, and you know why?
If anybody's seen it, go watch it. If ain't nobody seen it.
Yo, you know why? Because he's my big brother, 10 years older than me, and I know that he can fight. Hence, the most numbers I'm taking to this motherfucker. This did a movie called Boys in the Hood, where he was just acting his off. I could tell that story. And,
He was punching the air. I remember Boys.
I'll tell it. Let it be told. It can't be told unless it's told. So my brother did this movie, Boys in the Hood, and he had this emotional scene where he's crying and punching and swinging at the air. A few years later, him and I get into it. Now I'm grown. I'm the little you beat up. I'm grown as man. And I'm on my way. And he pulled up and we squared off and he saw his little brother and it f***ed him up. We didn't start fighting. I was just standing there like, what? And he looked at me and was like, this and turned from me. He turned his back. And he started, not crying, but he was just like, and then he just kind of, and then he started crying a little bit. And when he was crying, I didn't touch him. And you know what I mean? It was just one of those things where it was just emotion as a man. And he was crying like my little brother, like, oh. And he sounded just like he sounded in Boys in the Hood. And I was like, wait the minute. This isn't acting. He's not creating some. He's like living the moment. This isn't fake crying and action. No, he just starts crying. So you don't know him. If you ever meet him and something happens and for some reason crying, he's gonna sound just like he did on that movie. I was just like, I tried not to make it funny, but I was just like, are you acting now or was you acting then? And when I see people ask him, you cry, how do you cry? He always just goes, so you don't know, you don't know. And there's different types of acting. And this is the thing, I'm serious. This is the thing, because I've done two now, movies where I actually cry. The second one, I figured out how to tap into it like a superpower. But the first time was the movie I talked about earlier, AM Radio. And there was so much heavy going on in the world that I just released on camera. And it was like, the cool thing about it, this is crazy, the cool thing about it is, after they said, and cut, I was like, woo! I was like, everyone was clapping this. I was like, that was dope! I was like, they were like, it was cool. I was like, I'm glad you was recording that. All right. Do you want to do another take? I said, I don't know what's left, but let's try it. They said, action again. And I was like, it was hard again. I was like, what the f-? And I was able to like turn it on, and then when it was done, turn. But I've worked with actors that go to a dark place. They watch movies of dead babies. They get in the dark. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
In the interview, Omar Gooding opened up about his family's reaction to Cuba Gooding Jr.'s involvement in the lawsuit with P. Diddy. He revealed that their initial response was a mix of shock and concern, as they never imagined Cuba would be caught in something so complex. The situation deeply shook them, especially since Cuba has always been the one protecting the family's reputation. It was a painful ordeal for everyone involved.
So we have to ask you, as far as Cuba getting involved in regards to the Diddy story, the cases, whatever's going on. Mm-hmm. For you as your older brother,
yeah,
how do y'all handle that conversation in regards to just his name being in the mix with all that? Do you talk to him about it, or is it more so, does your sister talk? Does your mom talk? Is it a
you went too
conversation?
far ahead. We'd have to back up.
Okay,
We'd have to go, why are you on TMZ every other weekend, half talking about wild why? And no, he's always on TMZ. And it to me, it goes back to the age difference. My mama called me like, call your brother. I'm like, why? Why? He's not gonna listen to what I say. I'm the little baby brother in his eyes. I could be 37, 47, or 57. I'm still the little baby brother. That's just kind of how my family is. Just keeping it a buck. Even though my mom wants, oh, y'all should be, oh, why don't you call him? Da, 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 da. Why? People don't understand this. It's kind of like when women ask their men, how is so-and-so? And we go, oh, he's fine. No, but what happened with the scandal and blah, 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 blah. No, we was out hanging. You think when I go see my boy, I'm like, so, bro, how's that stuff? You're like, you see the game? You right, shots, let's go, bro. Because that's why we together. Yeah. We're together to have a good time, to hang out, to just forget about the other. You want to come interview me, motherfucker, about this? Hey, man, so. No, maybe not right away, but eventually, no. Our father died in 2017. Him and I didn't have a conversation about it until 2022.
Wow. That
a conversation.
Wait, why? Like that, just space or?
When my father died, I was with my mother and my sister taking my mother's Great Dane to a pet store because the dog was sick. So Great Dane, back here, ears here, huge animal. It takes 3 people to take this motherfucker to. Dog is inside. I'm sitting there talking with my mom. The dog is in the back. We done subdued it. They did it. I'm talking with my sister. Walks in and says, answer the phone. Cuba's calling. He's freaking me out. And I walk outside and I talk to him and I'm like, what's up, bro? He's like, sometimes things happen and it's out of our control. You know, God works in mysterious ways. Get to the point. What's up? Dad's dead. What? I'm not in town. I'm in Germany. I need you to handle this. Where are you? Give me a moment. All right. I'm with Mom. I'm with my sister, April. She's blah, blah, blah. We got to get him back to the house. She says, I think you should leave the dog there and just take him out and then tell him blah, blah, blah. I'm just, I'll figure it out, bro. I'll figure it out. Hang up the phone, go back in, and I have to be an actor. because I can't leave the dog there. This is a Great Dane. I'm not gonna leave the. Hey, Mom, listen, where's gonna go? Where's gonna go? No, I gotta act. For the next 45 minutes, I'm driving the car with her sitting next to me, and I just told my sister, "Oh, he's fine. Just here, take your phone." And drove for 30 minutes and shoot about nothing. Got home. Everything else happened. That's the relationship I have with my brother. We don't, he's here, I'm here. Some other happened while I was on set. I was mad as I'm calling this when I see you did, like it's going down. We flaring up at each other. 2 weeks later, he's down back. I'm back now, where you want to meet? Adrenaline to the left.
Despite the controversy, Omar Gooding made it clear that he is incredibly proud of and fully supports his brother. He emphasized Cuba's strong character, insisting he would never engage in such negativity. Omar also recalled the few times Diddy was around, describing their interactions as brief and casual, dismissing claims that their bond was ever deep.
And my brother is excellent. He's got some things coming out.
Yeah, does he have? You say he's working on something.
Yeah. So he's most of us are watching TV, watching movies at home now. So when you go to Amazon.Prime, he's got his movie's like number 10 right now. There's something about angels.
Yeah,
he's got that one. He's got another faith-based film that's going. Whenever you're faced with going to jail, you find God. And right now, I'm kidding. What's that mean to sound like? What's that mean? I believe. No. I'm sorry, you know I was playing. Okay, but no. But he's got some faith-based stuff, but he's also got some other stuff going on. Again, I'll let him talk about it. I know, we didn't talk about my brother as much as I thought I was going to talk about him, but I love him to death.
I was gonna go again.
I know it's I think I made my point in the sense of what you're gonna get from me is my opinion and my educated guess. But if I'm not there, I can't really test it. So
if he's caught as a witness.
Say it again?
If he's caught as a witness.
If he is?
Yeah, in Diddy's case, that comes up in May.
Is it May?
Yes, in May 25th, I think it starts.
What's he gonna say? I don't know.
Yeah, I say, would you be like, we're gonna call Cuba? Like, would you like if you're watching this? Let's say if it's televised, will you tune in or will you be like, I don't want to?
Oh, yeah, I want to tune in. What do you mean, want to tune in? I can't wait to see this. I got to know. I was like, oh hell no. No.
Is that a wolf? It's real. No,
but again, even with the Diddy, hung out with Diddy. My Diddy story is different. We were in London. We relaunched Smart Guy. Smart Guy was on the WB network, and then it was picked up by the Disney Channel. When it was picked up on the Disney Channel, that's when everybody saw it. A lot of people weren't watching WB but us. That's the We Black Network. It did what it did, and it was done. Remember that racist frog? Welcome back. Yeah. So that ended it with the Disney, and then Disney launched it as a whole big thing, and they sent us to London. Me and my cousin, shout out to cousin, we was out in London, and we partied, blah, 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 blah. I guess we ran it. I gotta say I guess, because this is what I can tell you. We hung out with Diddy and his people. That's all I know. I woke up the next day, nothing was wrong with me, nothing was sore, nothing. I went downstairs, the hotel that we was in, and we go to the bar, and this big walks up. And me and cousin look at this like, why are you standing so close? You know, y'all all right? Yeah, what's up? He said, y'all good today, huh? We fine. You good? And he said, y'all don't remember me. He said, should we? He said, yeah, I'm Diddy's security. Oh, Puffy. And then they kind of clicked like, oh yeah, Puffy was here, that's right. And he knew what was up. He didn't realize, oh, you got way too drunk last night. Y'all was reckless as I was doing a lot. And he was like, he wanted to hope that we were like, yeah, you still. But we was like, we don't remember. We was loaded. And he goes, all right. For real. He gave us a pass. He's like, well, Diddy over there, if y'all want to go say what's up. We're like, yeah, Diddy, what's up? And we popped bottles and whatever. We had fun. And at the end of whatever it was,
what time did it end?
Right. For us, about 11 p.m. We going upstairs. See you later. We got our own rooms. We're gonna go to our go to yours. And that was the thing, I'm seriously like, I talked to a lot of black actresses growing up and through the industry, and they'll express their frustration, and I say black actresses because the white ones don't ask my opinion. But the ones that I'm around, that they just be like, what the and I'm like, look, girl, you gotta play it along sometimes. Like Angel and a couple of other women, they're just like, hey, you wanna? No, I'm good. It's like, well, that's gonna hold you back.
Right.
Say yes. Say I'll go. And then when you get there to the lobby, hang out. When they say we're going upstairs, then go home. You ain't gotta go home. Sometimes a brother just wanna feel that you just went to, hey, y'all know how to lead us on. Y'all know how to make us feel all good and without going the whole mile. Too bad. It's the same way with Hollywood. When a lot of these casting couches, as they say, or the cast room, they want to know that you're somebody that they want to get along with and hang out and have fun. That'll come spend the night at their house. I'm sorry, I ain't going to your house. But do that. Get right there. Just know when it's time to go home. I have no sympathy for the one that went upstairs. I don't. Then I had to go upstairs with him, did you? Did you? You couldn't get a phone call? You couldn't get that text? Oh, baby, next time. Next time. Love, next time. Ooh, next time.
Love
And
next
then
time.
find somebody for right now.
Omar took a moment to reflect on the bond he shares with Cuba, highlighting how their relationship has always been strong and supportive. He explained that, unlike many siblings in the spotlight, they never experienced the typical rivalries. Instead, Omar spoke warmly of the good times they've shared, filled with mutual respect and love. Despite the drama surrounding Cuba's name in the lawsuit, Omar remains incredibly proud of his brother, reinforcing that their bond has always been rooted in understanding and loyalty.
Was there any sibling rivalry as far as acting?
Not at all. Too far of a gap.
Too far?
If we was 2 or 3 years apart, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's my big bro, period. Every time I want to talk he somehow pull out a karate move and get a little stronger. It's
As old as
This
you
is
get.
my big brother. Like, I
always
was
show you.
cried from getting hit, except for this who punched me in the arm once. Like, you know that distance between getting caught in the chin and it's moment when you fighting is old. When you was little, when you just get, why am I crying? Like, that type of whooping is the only thing over beat me
So,
up.
what is the stupidest thing ever? Like me and my brother, we fought over a ham sandwich one time. What's the
I bit his thumb, trying to get a Snickers or something. It was just like, yo, let me get a bite. And it was like, ooh, I said, and I bit too far. Yeah. Mom came in, what happened? I'm fine and chewing. That's he bit my thumb.
That's a meme before a meme was a meme. Which was recorded.
Not the bite in the thumb.
So why did you stop Wild and Crazy Kids? What was the end
Oh,
all?
just ran out. So check this run out. So I get in the game. I was 9 years old. Let's see. I did a couple of the Webster thing. I talked about that.
Yeah.
I did Ghost Dad with Bill Cosby.
Yeah, 1990. Yeah.
That was dope. And then right around the same time, Wild and Crazy Kids was a summer show. So I was a regular school kid. I never went to private schools, none of that. I was regular school. Cuba Lake Elementary, North Hollywood High School, just regular. And during the summers, I would do Wild and Crazy Kids. There was no reason. I mean, we didn't hear, the ratings were bad or nothing like that. It went 3 years and that was that. And then immediately after that finished, I auditioned and booked a presentation. Right, the presentation is when you, I don't think they do these no more, but back in the day, it would start, right, they don't do these no more. It would start with a presentation. We have a show we want to do. And they casted me in that. That turned into a pilot. And then that pilot, we reshot the pilot, and we gave it to ABC, picked it up. And that show was called Hang with Mr. Cooper. And ran for 5 years consecutively after Wild and Crazy Kids. And then, well, let me just say this, if you need to go back to it. One of the executive producers that worked on Hanging with Mr. Cooper started a new show right when Hanging with Mr. Cooper ended, and I can tell you the whole run and how that all happened. And it was called Smart Guy, and I jumped right on that.
All right, so let's go back.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Dad.
Yeah.
You're with Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
And this is after the Huxtables. I think
It was related to the other question. Go ahead. If I see
you see where we're going. Well, before I
drink this.
For those who need to remember,
Too easy. Go ahead.
For those who need to remember your character.
Need you a drink, young man.
On Ghost Dad.
So wrong.
Young man, come here.
Young man.
Come hither. No.
At least we laughed. Go ahead.
So you were the neighbor in Goes That Goes. For those don't remember, there was one scene in that movie that kind of me up in regards to a young. A young black boy getting locked in the box where Bill Cosby comes to save him. And I look at that today like that there can't really play out how it does today.
Let's play out now.
Yeah, it's like,
He's a little black kid getting
he's a little black kid getting locked in a box. But because you open the door to it, when Bill Cosby, at his age now, gets hit with that indictment,
yeah,
what goes through Omar Gooding's head?
They can get anybody. They can get, if they just say, you, it's your time.
Damn.
If they, that's up, man. Especially just being black.
Yeah.
How do you lead? How do you succeed? How do you do that? How do you make change? Let's make change, unless they don't want you to make change, and then you either get killed or killed.
So now it's a message. Yeah, that's a real. Nah, it's real.
People came out and said, breaking news, Cuba Gooding Jr. called us. I said, and they said, now we're going to the footage. And I looked at the footage like this, and we watched the footage, and then stopped, and I said, what the happened?
Yeah.
I didn't see, and then they looked at the good part, and they went, hard to watch. Hard to watch. Hard to watch. What the did he do? Yeah. And then I was like, let's just see what the charge is. It's got to be something that we didn't see. And they said, forcible touching or something.
Something.
I was like, what the? You can lock up anybody for that.
Anybody.
Any that used to go to a nightclub in the last 30 years.
Anybody.
What?
He grabbed my butt Saturday
What?
night.
I mean, at least I thought I saw him do that, or grab a titty or something. He didn't. He just kind of did this, and then he went like this, and then he did like this, and then cut to her walking behind him. I said, what the? That's how it is.
Yeah.
When they want you, they want you. They go way back in time and be like, oh yeah, this Omar. So, I don't know.
Cuba Gooding Jr. has come forward to set the record straight, firmly stating that he has no relationship with Diddy. He emphasized that the ongoing lawsuit and the allegations against him stem solely from his status as a well-known celebrity. Cuba denied any involvement in the lawsuit, calling the accusations completely unfounded and part of a broader narrative that aims to drag celebrities into controversy for the sake of publicity.
Cuba, with all this stuff that's coming up with Diddy and you're on one end, 50 Cent is calling out Diddy and here's what he's doing and all this stuff, and they got the back and forth.
Yeah.
I got Suge on here.
Look at this example. Look what happened.
Yeah. And I got Suge on here. Exactly. No question about it. What do you think is going on with all the stuff with Diddy, with Little Rod, with, all the stories that everybody's hearing about?
You mean in terms of what?
I mean, being raiding his house being raided.
I mean, that's crazy. That's the craziest thing I'd ever. And then, hey, how about me? I wake up in the morning, I turn the stage show, and actor Cuba Gooding Jr. I was like, excuse me, pull me into this. I think whatever he's dealing with, he's on his journey, man. I think that God has got him on a path where I can't imagine that he's stupid enough to do whatever he's doing and keep it on his premises. I think that the raid and all of that stuff, only time will tell who was involved, who had been a frequent guest in these places and areas. It's funny because my lawyers said, every outlet in the world wants to talk to you. And again, I'm like, I'm not defining myself from some headline in the press. So I stay quiet. And it's so funny. So I'll tell you a little story about who my girlfriend is. She gave Robert De Niro 3 grandkids. Her name is Claudine De Niro. She married his son, Raphael. They separated. We've been together for a while. But she, at one point, ran Naomi Campbell's publicity. She, at one point, ran P. Diddy's publicity, right when he started doing the white party thing. He had just gotten freed from indictment, found not guilty. Did he? And he said to her, I'm gonna die running with these. I need you to help me with the white folks and switch. And so she helped cultivate his new image. So they had a friendship for years. But I had never met him till probably 2019-20, just casually. Claudine and I, he invited us to his house. The pandemic was starting to ease. and hadn't seen him since that night with this guy with this picture. It says that I had my shoulder on him and all this stuff, making it look sordid. Well, that picture, everyone in the room, there's probably 300 of us on the deck of P. Diddy's, I'm gonna show you, on P. Diddy's boat, New Year's Eve. I went from one ship, Happy New Year. So I hung out with Tyson, and next ship, there's Drake. This ship had P. Diddy. He had his guy, his videographer, they're listening to music. And he says, hey, Cube, listen, you wanna hear P. Diddy's new song? I said, yeah, sure. Sit out next to him. They didn't use this angle, which to me makes me laugh, because I go, oh, I get it. You made it look the way you wanted it to look. But that, you hold it. You know how you hold it and it does the thing where, can you hear all the people? If you tap it or something, it's a live picture. You see what I mean? It's like, here we are just listening to music. Finished, took the thing off, said whatever I said to him, left. That was it. But this guy who's suing him went after the money, man. I'm sure. And by the way, I don't know P. Diddy's life. I don't know what he's going through. I don't know what the police are going to find on all of that.
Were you guys close? Were you guys friends or?
We were acquaintances, just like I just showed you. 2-3 times I've seen him, so it's...
Oh, so Diddy, you've only seen him 2 or 3 times.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So why would they include you all of a sudden in some
I
way?
think because of the darkness of the other grab of the cases that I already had went through.
Right. A lot of that stuff is 18 though, 19, right? Those are from 5-6 years ago.
That's
cases. Yeah. And that was that at the peak of the Me Too movement, or was that pre-Me Too movement?
That's
that
right.
is Me
That's
Too,
right when it kicked off. Yeah,
right.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Diddy.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But I did not know that you guys only hung out 2 or 3 times.
That's it, man.
Fully escaped. Like your name, for example, was mentioned in the Diddy case.
Which was the most ridiculous thing ever.
Because you barely know
This is
him,
the
right?
most ridiculous thing ever. But again, welcome to being a celebrity. Welcome to my world.
With everything that's come to light, the denials from Cuba, Omar's support, and the messy lawsuit, can we truly take Cuba's word for it? Was it just an allegation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss any updates. Until then, fam, keep it real.